There were vast glories of life's absolutes. On one side, now he is describing the vast glories of life's absolute, all loved in a safe immortality. So all these glories, all these absolutes, they loved in safe immortality. There was nothing which could challenge them, nothing which could destroy them, kill them, perish them. They could not perish them at all, you see. All loved in a safe immortality. So immortality is protecting all those things, you see. And in eternal in childhood, the soul, before darkness came, and pain and grief were born, where all could dare to be themselves and one, and wisdom played in sinless innocence, with naked freedom and truth's happy sun. He is describing the first part of it, the positive part of it here now, you see. All loved in a safe immortality, and an eternal childhood to the soul. Yeah, childhood happiness, no care, nothing, you see, keep on moving like that, you see. How this soul, beginning soul. Before, now all this is before the darkness and pain and grief were born. They are going to born soon. Actually, darkness, grief, pain are not present in matter. They are not present in matter. They start appearing with the presence of life in matter and become more definite with the presence of mind in life in matter. See, they start appearing. Pain and suffering starts appearing. See, I mean, for instance, we may talk of cruelty and all that thing, but the way animals live, life lives a life, there is no pain for that. A tiger is swallowing a deer, but the deer does not really feel that sort of a pain as we would experience, you see. Deer feels that as if it is becoming a part of a larger vital force. It is becoming part of a larger vital force, you see. But mind, when it starts entering, then it starts feeling pain, suffering, you see. And in the eternal childhood of the soul, before darkness came and pain and grief were born, before darkness came and pain and grief were born. A very rhythmic line, you see. Before I am darkness, talking, came. I will say darkness came. It is an amphibrach, sorry, a critic. Before darkness came, critic. Long, short, long. And pain, I am, and grief, I am, were born, I am. So you have got the second foot as a critic. Darkness came, second foot. Before darkness came, and pain and grief were born, where all could dare to be themselves and one. Well, that is the whole idea ultimately. And wisdom played is sinless innocence. Well, sin will come with the appearance of mind, you see. More powerful, you see, sin. And wisdom played is sinless innocence. There is no sin in the vital life. You see, when you are eating somebody, a tiger is eating it, the tiger is not committing sin at all, you see. It is following the law of life, you see. The idea of the sin comes later with the entry of mind, you see. And wisdom played in sinless innocence with naked freedom in truth's happy sun. There were worlds of her laughter and dreadful irony. Her, of course, stands now for life. She is whispering there. There were worlds of her laughter and dreadful irony. The contrast, poles and antipodes, you see, pole and antipode. There were worlds of her laughter and dreadful irony. There were worlds of her laughter and dreadful irony. There were fails of her taste of toil and strife and tears. Well, she is experimenting, she is alive, she is doing everything now. Her head lay on the breast of amorous death. What a daring, you see. She is putting her head on the breast of amorous death. She's as if death is her lover, you see, and she's resting her head on her. Her head lay on the breast of amorous death. Well, this is a very beautiful description, very awkward description, very powerful description also. I mean, politically, it's very simple. Life is putting her head on her lover's breast, and her lover is none but death. But in the awkward sense, there is a much deeper content in that. Unless life does that, life will not be able to progress further. Unless life accepts death, life will not be able to make progress at all, you see. If she has to bring out something in the material creation, she has to accept the law of material creation, and when life enters into material creation, there is the appearance of death. In fact, that becomes much clearer as we proceed in this canto further. When life enters into matter, it is at that point appears death. There is no death otherwise before that. There is no death at all before that, you see. So the occult beginning of death is the presence, is the entry of life into matter. As if there is something in matter which throws the response to life in the form of death. In the form of death. Sleep imitated a while, extinctions peace. Yeah, well, we think that after death we are ever peaceful. Just imitate. Sleep imitate a while, extinctions peace. The light of God, she has parted from his dark to test the savor of bare opposites. So that is her daring. She is not going to calculate anything. The light of God, she has parted from his dark. For what purpose? To test the savor of the opposites, of good and bad, of pain and joy. To taste the savor, the flavor, to enjoy it, to test. She wants to test it. It's not taste, test. She wants to experiment and find out what that is. This is a test, not taste. She is testing every possibility of that thing, you see. Savor, good or bad taste, you see. Flavor. Or bare opposites, pure opposites, good or bad, extremes. She wants to test, see what kind of taste they give. She wants to savor them, you see. The good taste, the bad taste, you see. She wants to test that. In other words, there is a purpose in what she is doing. There is a test, therefore, in that purpose, you see. The purpose is what is going to be unfolded here. The light of God, she has parted from his dark. When she has come down here, the light was kind of left behind, and what is here now is the dark. Light of God, she has parted from his dark. She has separated that light from the dark below, she see. To test the savor, unless she produces that dark, she cannot really test the opposites. She cannot test the opposites. So she is kind of putting out the light, pushing the light away, and in the dark, then she is able to do the test. What is this good for? What is this bad for? How good is good? How bad is bad? You see, she wants to test that thing, experiment upon that thing, you see. So that is a very great daring, I mean, to see all that thing. Here, mingling in man's heart, their tones and hues have governed his being's mutable design. His life, a forward-rippling stream in time, his life, man. Here, he stands for man, man's life. His life, a forward-rippling stream in time. That is the evolutionary progress of man, of the mortal. His life a forward rippling stream in time. His nature's constant fixed mobility. Constant fixed mobility. He is moving, but as if it is not moving. You see. You see. Constant fixed mobility, you see. His nature's constant fixed mobility. Life a forward rippling stream in time, that is straightforward. It is not difficult to understand. His nature's constant fixed mobility. Fixed mobility, that's the perfect oxymoron, you see. Perfect oxymoron. Fixed mobility, you see. Well, I mean, the common example is when the fan is moving very fast, you see that blades are just stationary, they are not moving at all, you see. They form a fixed picture, you see. Because your eye cannot really catch them and then form a fixed picture, you see. Fixed mobility. His soul, a moving picture, changeful film. His soul, man's soul, a moving pictures, changeful film. So it is a kind of a cinematographic presentation of the whole thing. His cosmos chaos of personality, cosmos chaos. Cosmos, something which is in order. Chaos, there is no order at all of personality, you see. The grand creatrix with her cryptic turn, grand creatrix, she, life, creatrix is, she is the builder, she is the creator, with a cryptic touch, because she is experimenting, and in order to carry out this experiment successfully, she has already summoned the supermind, she has already summoned the immanent, she has already summoned the mortal. That kind of a support is there for her, and she is now free to do whatever she likes, you see. The grand creatrix with a cryptic touch, because she is testing also. She is testing good and bad, savoring. The cryptic term has turned to pathos and power, being self-dream pathos. A sad story of a drama, you see. And a power, being self-dream, made a passion play of its fathomless mystery. So the drama is turning into a passion play. Suffering of Christ as an example. That's the passion play, you see. The suffering of the immortal in the field of mortality. That is the passion play. The suffering of the immortal in mortality. That is the passion play, basically, you see. Of fathomless mystery, and behind that there is fathomless mystery. Now that is the kind of test. She is testing the opposites, even to go to the extreme of made a passion play of mystery, you see. Has turned to pathos and power. You see, there is a sadness and there is also power behind that thing. It is not only pathos, only a sad thing, but power. In other words, she is going to build up out of that something very strong, perfect. The grand creatrix, he has already classified, he has already glorified her as grand creatrix, the great creatrix, with a cryptic touch, has turned to passion and power, being self-dream, made a passion play of its fathomless mystery. Fathomless mystery. Well, we have seen this word fathomless many times. Fathom is 6 foot length in water, depth in water. 6 foot is 1 fathom, you see. What we call in our Indian language, Purusha. The height of a man is 6 feet, roughly. So how many Purushas down is the depth of the water, you see. You see. Purusha, the fathomless mystery. You can put one Purusha above another Purusha endlessly and still you do not touch the bottom, you see. That is the mystery of her work, you see. Made a passion play. So the passion play is really so deep, so mysterious, so profound in its value and its content. I mean, we kind of glorify it in a very usual, conventional, theological way, but the real mystery behind that thing, we are not able to comprehend and understand and follow what it means. Why the immortal suffers in immortality like that, you see. See, the physical torture is what kind of touches us, but deeper than the physical torture is the psychological wound that are inflicted by the powers of opposition, the hostile powers. The hostile powers, the way they inflict the wounds upon the Savior, of that we have no idea at all. The mother says in the description of Samadhi, he attempted all, he suffered all. He suffered all. She uses the word suffered all. Now that suffer, that is a passion play. We have absolutely no idea in what yogic way he suffered. Took all the pains upon himself. That is a passion play. We have no idea at all, you see. We see only a glorious picture of him here in front of us. But the enormous amount of suffering, the psychological, the inner yogic suffering which is there, the hostile attacks which was there, of that we have absolutely no idea. The only one visible sign of that hostile attack was the accident which happened on 24th November 1938, you see, when he broke his thigh bone, you see. That is a passion play. But then with that breaking of the thigh bone, the entire course of history changed that completely. The World War II came and the whole action became so rapid. In fact, from the ashes of the Second World War, like a phoenix, arose a new civilization. We are living in a new civilization and we are not aware of it, you see. You imagine the past civilizations and things which are there since 1945 onward. We are really living in a new civilization. The atomic age is there, the space is there, internet is there, digital is there. These are sort of visible signs. Microbiological advances are there, medical sciences are advancing. These are visible signs of the new civilization which are present here. So from the ashes of the Second World War, really a new creation has started. How? Because he has suffered for that. That is a passion play. That is a passion play, you see. Made a passion play of the fathomless mystery. Well, that is what she has done.